Welcome, everyone. Welcome to this week's Energy Insight for June 21st to the 28th. We're in a waning quarter moon. My name is Jackie Ellis. For those of you that don't know me, I'm an intuitive guide and mentor. I'm a Reiki master. So, what does that mean? It means that I work with energy and I help people decode the energy within their life so that they can create a life that they love. A while ago, I was intuitively guided by my divine guides and by God to align my life, my energetic life, as well as my personal growth and spiritual journey with the moon energies. Now, some of you, we already do it with the sun. You know, our days revolve around where the sun is in our days. But the moon energies are extremely important for our personal growth and our spiritual journey. And they really help us guide our emotions and understand the tricky areas of our life that are causing us some physical discomfort, emotional pain, mental anguish, and spiritual struggles. So, when we align with the moon cycle, the moon phases, it just helps narrow down the root issue as to what could be causing the struggle that you're currently going through, the things that you are feeling right now. And when you allow yourself to follow it in this way, in this pattern, it actually allows for quantum transformations in your life. So, that being said, we are in our waning quarter moon, which is our upper chakras. So I'm going to talk about that in a minute but Archangel Metatron asked to say a word. So I'm going to pull a card from Amanda Ellis's Metatron deck. For those of you that don't know, Archangel Metatron, he was Enoch in the Bible when he visited the earth, when he was on earth. They're beautiful cards, absolutely beautiful cards. It's like artwork on every card, and there's like a gold sheen to the edge of the cards. Oracle cards are amazing. Just guidance, just an intuitive guidance that anyone can really use and learn to trust. And these messages very much align with Archangel Metatron himself. It just proves like I have a very strong relationship with Archangel Metatron. And anytime I receive all the messages that I have received from Archangel Metatron, as well as he gave me my gift of healing, or he was part of the gift of healing that I received. So any of the messages that I've received in and around that type of energy very much align with everything that Amanda Ellis received as channel downloads for this oracle set. So very trustworthy. Very trustworthy. Okay, Archangel Metatron, what would you like to share? What would be the message that you'd like to share for June 21st to the 28th, 2022? Waning quarter moon. This one. Detach from drama and look up. Detach from drama, look up. It's very appropriate because when we are in the waning quarter moon, we are our own masculine energies, and everyone has masculine energies. Our own masculine energies can get bogged down and try and take over. Bogged down and try and take over. So when this happens, we can very much get into our poor me. I don't want to do this. Why is this always happening to me? Type of drama. And so when we detach from drama, so what the best way to do that is to, instead of getting sucked into that, allow yourself some space to pause and react, or pause before reacting, and then reflect, look up. What can I do differently in this moment? So instead of feeling stuck, pause and reflect and look up and ask for guidance on what to do differently. Awesome. That very much aligns with the messages that we're getting, I got for this week. Captive thoughts. Because when we have captive thoughts, we end up going into a negative spiral. So, detach from drama. Thank you. Thank you, Metatron. I'm going to, before I go into the messages for this week, I am going to talk about the moon energies in the waning quarter moon. So, for those of you that don't have my Light Mastery Map, you can go to my website. The link is down below. Sign up for any of the free resources, and you'll find it in the VIP portal. So you'll get an email explaining how to get access to it, and you can receive it or download it from the VIP portal. Okay, so the waning quarter moon is our upper chakras. So it is the domain for our visions, dreams, our identity, time, manifestation, certainty, and magic. So this is our domain for our soul. It's how we connect with our soul at a deeper level. And so when we are in the shadows, when we are on the wide pathway for this week, we are really consumed with doubt. We are preoccupied with fairness. We are expecting others to fix things. We are looking for permission in order to change our life. We are complaining that life is happening to us. We are focusing on what is and what was, but not what's possible. Or how can I change what I'm currently experiencing? We literally feel powerless over time. We can lack inspiration or feel blocked or completely bored with parts of our life. And when we're taking ourselves and others way too seriously, that's a sign, that's like a big neon sign that you're in the shadows. You're in the wide pathway. The narrow pathway is where the light is. It's lit up and guiding you where you need to go. And when you're in that narrow pathway this week, you are taking responsibility for what is and creating a new reality. You are being a self-master, or you are learning to be self-mastered. Self-mastery in your life. You are taking responsibility for your life. You're taking responsibility for making your dreams come true. Your vision for your life is clear. Or at least it's clear to a certain point, enough that it gives you like the steps that you need in order to take the next step. Or to get to that next point. You are unfazed about what doesn't make sense, because I'm going to tell you this right now. The messages that the divine gives us are very much, they have the blueprint. They have the blueprint. God has given them the blueprint. They have the blueprint. But we're not ready to receive the full picture yet. So they only give us what we're ready to receive, because sometimes that big thing that you've been struggling with needs to clear before you can receive what's next. When you are in the narrow pathway this week, you trust your intuition. You are master of your time. You decipher between what's illusion and what's truth. And you make decisions with ease because you trust your intuition. The overall message for this week was, while we finish the end of a spiritual cycle, there is never truly an end, but a beginning that awaits instead. Many of us flowed with the spiritual growth and are finding ourselves preparing for new gifts that are flowing to us. Face the spiritual messages you are receiving. Look within to explore deeper meanings and understandings, for when you look away, you miss the potential of finding more balance within your life. I'm going to repeat that because this is important. A lot of times we hear a spiritual message, at least I come across people all the time. Well, I got this one word. That's all that came through. And I don't know what it means. Did you ask? Well, no. I don't know what it means. So you didn't have a conversation? Well, no. Can I? Yeah. We are students. If we are sitting in a physical classroom with a teacher trying to teach us economics or statistics or calculus or physics or math or English or social studies or whatever you're learning in a classroom, and you don't understand what the teacher is trying to teach you, you raise your hand. You raise your hand and you ask a question so that you receive clarity that works for your brain. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that in the classroom, then you advocate for yourself by going to the extra help time with that teacher to ask those questions. You seek a deeper understanding. It is no different with the divine. Because you may have not, the energy within you at the time that you received that message blocked the full transmission. So it was filtered. That's why you didn't quite receive everything, or that's why you didn't understand what was trying to come through. That's why we need to advocate for ourselves to ask questions. Don't rely on your own understanding, your own logical understanding in order to fully comprehend what is trying to be shown to you. No. The spiritual guidance is there. But we need to ask for deeper understanding. Face the spiritual messages you are receiving. Look within to explore deeper meanings and understandings, for when you look away, you miss the potential of finding more balance within your life. So a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll receive these like just like little bits, and they won't understand. So then they'll Google something, or they'll like go look over here, or they'll ask someone over here, or they'll like to try and understand. But they'll do that instead of asking the source that gave them the message. Develop the relationship with the source that you received the message from. I'm going to tell you that this isn't always easy to do. Often we can feel bound and limited on what we think we can do. However, when we allow ourselves to look deeper, a different perspective opens up new ways of thinking and brings new resources to us that help us along the way. One of my favorite things to do is to like sit with something that I don't quite understand and go, I'm missing something, please help me understand. What am I missing? And that's when they get excited, because they're like, oh yes, she wants to learn. This journey is about deepening our soul connection, especially in this week. And in order to do that, we need to ask the questions that give us a deeper understanding. The first message. When you find yourself not enjoying life, feeling unfulfilled, or isolating yourself from others, explore what thoughts are binding you to those patterns. Then use a childlike curiosity to explore how you can bring more pleasure to life, align with your passions, and connect with others in new ways. Notice that I didn't just say, when you find yourself not enjoying life, just figure out a new way. No. There are many different reasons why we may not be enjoying life. It may be because we don't feel fulfilled. It may be because we have isolated ourselves from others for various different reasons. Look for the patterns, the captive thoughts that have bound you to those situations. to feeling how you feel in those situations. And then get curious like a child and explore with the divine how you can bring more pleasure to your life, how you can align with your passions, how you can connect with others in new ways. I'm not saying that other people will change. They're on their own journey. But if you truly want to have relationships with those people still, how can you connect in a different way? Number 2, when you find yourself doing things on your own because your inner voice has become silent, the connection was lost because of lack of trust. That can be a hard one. That can be a hard one to swallow. Because the inner voice, that inner connection to the divine that helps guide you, when you're not feeling when you can't hear anymore, but you have in the past, when your intuition is silent, when that spiritual guidance is silent, they haven't given up on you. They never would. But somewhere along the lines, there was a lack of trust, and so it was like cut off. Know that you are supported even in those moments when you feel stuck in the same thoughts. And then take the first step to trust the spiritual messages that are waiting for you. Reconnect with a whole stream of love energy sent to reconnect you. Number 3, when you find yourself acting like someone else, feeling out of control or being pulled into drama, look for the thoughts that have kept you bound, and you will find the messages Spirit is showing you to help you rise up and enter another spiritual transformation. Detach from drama. Look for the thoughts that have kept you bound, kept you captive, and you will find the messages that Spirit is showing you to help you rise up and enter another spiritual transformation. They will help you heal and step out of that negative loop that you were in. Thank you so much for joining me. It truly is a blessing to do this every week. Do like, share, subscribe. And until next time, be simply you. Take care.